Nazi face melting in Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Steven Spielberg has made some of the most touching and exciting films. When you start looking through them, you realize that he's also super into gore. In Raiders of the Lost Ark, the audience knows that something is going to happen when the Ark of the Covenant is opened. This scene of screaming Nazis with melting faces no doubt gave many an 80s kid nightmares, but it's still a fun bit of revisionist history. The wood chipper scene in Fargo. Fargo has some of the most out-of-nowhere gore that's ever been featured in a prestige film. At one point, Steve Buscemi's character gets shot in the face and his jaw is completely wrecked. But that's not the worst thing that happens to him. After he and his partner get into an argument about their failed plan, he's killed with an axe, and the last time the audience sees him, he's nothing but a leg being shoved in a wood chipper. The bride's fight with the crazy 88 in Kill Bill Volume 1. One of Quentin Tarantino's most ambitious and gory scenes is the 15-minute-long fight between the bride and the crazy 88 in Kill Bill Vol. Everything about this scene is so expertly crafted, from the pacing of the first arm being chopped off to the multi-fighter sword battle that makes use of singing in the Rain-esque choreography. Supposedly the scene is so bloody that half of it had to be shown in black and white in order to keep from getting an NC-17 in America. Nicky Santoro's death in Casino. Martin Scorsese is a master of mixing humor and violence in ways that continue to surprise his audience. After the FBI swoops in and arrests all of the mob bosses in Las Vegas, Nicky, played by Joe Pesca, and his brother Dominic Philip Suriano are taken to a field to be eliminated so they can't testify against anyone in a court case. However, Nicky doesn't know this and only finds out mid-narration. It's an incredibly funny moment that belies the violence that follows. First, Nicky is held down and forced to watch as his brother is beaten to death by a bunch of goons, and then he's beaten almost to death before being buried while he's still breathing. Officer Murphy's death in RoboCop. Even though he's in almost every scene of RoboCop, Officer Murphy Peter Weller doesn't last very long in the movie. After Murphy and his partner track Clarence Boddicker Kurtwood Smith and his gang, the scene sees the gang shoot off one of Murphy's hands and arms before shooting him through the head. The moment is almost topped later when one of the gang members, Paul McCrane, is dunked in toxic sludge which causes him to melt. As if that weren't bad enough, he's then splattered across the windshield of a car. Blood and guts in the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan. Spielberg's second take on World War Roman II takes place during the invasion of Normandy, one of the most brutal battles in a war that was full of horrific assaults. The film follows Captain John H. Miller Tom Hanks as he and his team search Normandy for Private James Ryan, the only surviving member of the Ryan family. The opening scene is set during D-Day, and it's a 20-minute firefight that exposes audiences to the real-life horror inherent in war. Watching medics try to stitch up bleeding soldiers under a hail of bullets is affecting in a way in which even many horror films can't match. The Crucifixion in The Passion of the Christ. Mel Gibson must really love gore. He probably has an entire collection of Faces of Death hidden behind a bookshelf in one of his many villas. Even if you're not interested in the religious tale on display in The Passion of the Christ, you have to watch the crucifixion scene. That is, if you can stomach the pure brutality on screen. Jesus is whipped so hard that his skin peels off. He's covered in more blood than any scream queen. And then there are the 9-inch nails that are driven through his hands. The realism at play here is gruesome. You'll definitely need a puppy gift break after you watch this scene. Dae-su cuts out his tongue in Oldboy. Dae-su cuts out his tongue in Oldboy.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video then. Take care. Bye.